Well, hello, geometers and seekers of general truths. In this video, we're going to take a quick practice problem using the distance formula and the midpoint formula that we learned in the previous video. So we're given 2 points, 5, -2, and -3, 4. We want to know what's the distance between those 2 points. So I've got the two formulas written here on the on the left side of the screen. I want to make sure that we're able to work through these problems. All right, so we can think about it this way: that 5 is like x1 and this is y1. So the x and y coordinate of the first point and the xy coordinate of the second point. So this is x2 and this is y2. Okay, so if we use this distance formula, the distance is equal to x1, which is 5, minus -3. So that's one detail there that's important, that you write this out nice and slow if you're going to use these formulas. That squared plus y1 minus y2. So -2 minus 4, quantity squared. All right, and then we put a big square root around the whole thing. And then we simplify in little steps. So 5 minus -3 is actually 5 plus 3. So that's 8 squared plus -2 minus 4 is -6. But when we square, so I'll put this in like that, like so, -6 squared, and the square root around the whole thing. So this becomes the square root of positive 64. -6 squared is actually positive 36. And that's an important point here that I wish to emphasize, that no matter what you square, because you're multiplying it by itself, you're always going to get a positive number. So even if you have a negative number and you square it, you're going to get a positive number. So this turns out to be the square root of 100, which is just equal to 10. Okay, so this is the distance between those two particular points. Okay, for the midpoint, remember the midpoint, what we're asked to find here are coordinates. So that means we should get two numbers. We should get an x coordinate and a y coordinate here for the midpoint. So we're going to do the same thing, right? We're going to apply this formula. X1 is 5 plus x2 is -3. Divide that by 2, so that's going to give us the x coordinate of our midpoint. And I'll just write it this way: that this is the x coordinate. The y coordinate is going to be equal to the average of the y value, so -2 plus 4. Both of those, that result divided by 2. So that's going to give us the y coordinate. Okay, so with that, the x coordinate, 5 minus 3 is 2, divided by 2 is 1. The y coordinate here, you're also going to get 1. Okay, so our midpoint, M, as the way that I've named it here, is going to be 1, 1. All right? And again, it's helpful to understand what's going on underneath these formulas as well. So look back at the previous videos to see how we came up with these formulas. And again, if you ever forget them, just think back. All of this involves using right triangles.